Man, bike couriers spend 85% of their day trying to stay the alive.
You just walk into an office and say, hey, I have a pulse, I have a bike, can I have a job? And they say, yeah.
They think they own the road.
The tribe now? Outcasts.
For thousands of generations, human beings have been defined by the tribes they were born into. Today, we're still totally tribal. But in the 21st century, we decide which nation to belong to. And today's tribes are a whole new species. They're the kamikazes of Toronto's downtown core. Bike couriers swerving and swearing through the gridlocked streets of one of the largest cities on the continent.
There's no stereotypical bike courier, race, color, sexual orientation, whatever, you're included.
Working stiffs in business suits may view couriers as hell on wheels, but cycle messengers can get paperwork where it needs to be faster than any taxi or foot soldier. And neither fax machines nor email has made them obsolete.
10-4, I'm on my way. Hey there. Picking up a package for Sonia. Cheers. Thank you. Have a good day.
The tribe enfolds men and women of many ethnic and racial groups, stoned and sober, straight and gay, diverse as single mom Leah, an at-risk youth named John Michael, angry rapper Sunny D, and a free spirit named Charlie who just wants to go with the flow.
To have a job that's this much fun, to be able to ride around outside, it's fun.
To exist as a free entity, not tied down by a punch clock.
Everybody loves the freedom, obviously, that's why they do it.
I think that between telling someone that I'm a white girl rapper or a messenger, how many chicks that rap can fix a flat? I'm the best at that. It's better to say I'm a messenger, because then at least I'm making money from it. How many chicks that rap can fix a flat?
Some people seem to get it and understand you're just doing a job like anyone else. Why we chose to do this job, it's not even their business, really. But, I mean, we do it because we love it.
At this point in my life, I'm not forced to conform in order to earn a living and to raise my family.
As long as I have enough food in my stomach and money to, things that I love to do. Beyond that, I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't trade the 9 to 5 with at a desk or whatever for that.
I was on social assistance. It's not a pretty thing to be on, right? Me and my roommate split the rent $375 each, and after that we were left with like $185 for the rest of the month, and it's not really something that you could live on the rest of your life.
Like many young people, rookie bike courier John Michael migrated from the suburbs, high on hope and fantasy, but the big city slapped him to the ground.
When I came to Toronto, I was like, okay, well, I saw a bunch of people riding around on bikes. They had cool backpacks and whatever, and I was like, oh, that's pretty neat, right? Then one of the ladies downstairs, she said, hey, you know what, JM, there's an opportunity for a courier. Why don't you go check it out? Next day I was on a bike.
His rescuer was Turnaround Couriers, a company that lived up to its name.
Well, I heard about you from my class, John Michael, so you're a credit to the organisation and you do a super job, so
Thanks.
very, very grateful. So we're only hiring from shelters and youth agencies. John Michael joined us 2 months ago and has always been a very personable young man. He's picked the job up very quickly. He's got a head on his shoulders. Is it harder than you thought, or is it easier than you thought?
It's harder than I thought. It's harder than I thought.
Rookie John Michael seeks an even greater challenge than the daily war of the streets. The Cycle Messenger World Championships, founded in 1992 in Berlin, are coming to Toronto. Organized by veteran courier Leah Hollinsworth.
Myself and a few other people have been planning the Cycle Messenger World Championships for over 2 years now.
Today we're doing our final island race test. Just to simulate the race that's going to happen for the Worlds. We're going to basically work through the checkpoint, the manifest system, to make sure there are no bugs. So pay attention. Yeah, thanks for coming out.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. Part of the reason I got involved in doing that is to build the community. I think that if in some way we can bring everybody together, have a more unified voice to better the standards for everybody on the road, not just in Toronto.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have everybody move to the start-finish line, and you're going to get your manifest, your checkpoint papers, your packages, and your markers.
Leah will be responsible for 300 couriers from around the globe for a grueling race. The event is held on the car-free parkland of Toronto Island because it's knowledge among couriers that when bike hits car, bike loses.
It is very dangerous. One has 3 or 4 close calls per day where you have to take evasive action.
I've seen frames broken at the front, at the rear, in the center. I've seen handlebars snapped clean off. I've seen frames bent almost 90 degrees. I've seen wheels look like tacos. I've seen pedals snap off and cut the rider from ankle.
There are hazards like with this job, like any job, I think. But they're just a little bit more catastrophic if you make a mistake in this business.
Despite the dangers, or perhaps because of them, the rookie keeps pedaling toward a better future.
I guess you do have to prove yourself. It's not just a matter of strapping on a backpack. You have to show that you're fast, you have to show that you're dedicated.
People who belong to the tribe are people that can last more than a month. Because I've seen in my company and in others, from what I've heard, they drop out after a few days or a few weeks.
And it was a rental car.
The people that show up in the summer, they're the people that only come, when it's nice weather-wise. Like if it's raining and you book off every time it rains, that's a fair weather.
Oh, I can't convince it. I broke a spoke. I don't know.
It's not an easy job by any stretch of the imagination. And I think if you've endured the hardships, they almost, they almost just welcome you as, hey, he's one of us.
Hi there. How are you today?
Good, how are you doing?
Not bad. A delivery for you?
Great.
Really, what I think you belong to it when you got the bike for it. I met a bunch of other couriers from other companies, and they're like, oh, hey, you're the new guy, right? Oh, nice bike, right? It's a piece of crap.
John Michael's antique mountain bike is a handicap on concrete. Today, John Michael is going to pay a visit to Shannon, the tribal bike mechanic.
You don't have back brakes, eh?
I had them. Past tense.
Yeah, no, you can't. This is horrible. This thing is like, don't ride this anymore.
Yeah.
All right? It's a piece of shit. It's garbage. He's gonna get into a serious accident on it.
I'd say I hate my green bike. There's no doubt about it.
John Michael can't afford a shiny new bicycle, so he's scavenging for usable parts that richer riders have just thrown away.
Every time you pull a bike out of the garbage, something is going to be wrong with it. it's in the garbage for one reason or another. And I know it looks like a good score. You're like, oh man, I found this awesome frame in the garbage. Oh yeah, I'm gonna build it up. And then you bring it to me and then I'm like, this is a piece of shit. You got front wheel problems that are beyond fixable. Your front axle's bent. There's rust all through the inside of the frame. The crank is steel and bolted together with, it's old, man. It's just bolted together with rusty nuts. I fear taking the wheel off because the axle just falls apart. In my opinion, the red bike's worse than the green bike.
I built the whole bike thinking, okay, well, like, I did something productive, right? Like, it's better than my other bike. Like, my other bike is a piece of crap, and I actually spent money on that one.
It's not really worth it for him to keep either of them on the road.
It just blows me sideways.
John Michael can upgrade his status in the tribe with a better bike. He also needs it to ride in the World Championships in Toronto.
So let me grab your number.
There's cycle messengers coming from all over the world. Their bikes will put my bike to shame, really. So it's pretty much all the word on the street.
Making this a good bike, if you're comfortable with the frame, fixing it all up, getting you on the road, and keeping this one, you want to race on it and shit at the Worlds?
Yeah.
$200, man.
200?
Yeah. Is it worth it? That's up to you.
I want to get a bike that's actually decent that I could ride on and won't crap out on me at any second, really.
With hundreds of couriers from around the globe coming to Toronto, John Michael's status in the tribe will depend on how well he performs in the rally. But there's one small problem. He's never been in a bike race in his life. When the working world looks at the tribe of bike couriers, it sees outlaws, scofflaws, and rebels.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions about being a bike messenger is they're just all a bunch of dope-smoking drinkers, which is absolutely not the case. There's a lot of bike messengers with families, a lot of bike messengers with mortgages.
Grab me a knife, please, kiddo.
Veteran rider Leah Hollinsworth is a single mom who has worked both sides of the canyon that separates bike couriers from Bay Street.
I was doing corporate sales on Bay Street, wearing a suit, heels, and just sort of got tired of it. I loved working outside and being sort of in touch with the city and knowing what's going on.
Leah rides less than she used to, spending part of each day assigning other couriers. Dispatching pays more than pedaling.
Hey Maya, could you head into 320 Bay for me? Hi there. Got a package for you. Thank you. No problem. Have a nice day. Take care.
I leave my work at the office, per se. I don't take anything home with me. I'm not stressing out about deadlines. I don't care. 5 o'clock comes, I turn out, and I go home to my family. Alrighty, let's see what you got here. Very nice. What's this? That in itself, on a day-to-day basis, I think I wouldn't trade that for job security or, or more money.
Veteran Leah earns a bit more than the courier average of $25,000 a year.
I would say I make definitely in the top 10%. I've had to take a job with less riding, which is what I would like to do. Less riding in order to trade that off for more money. I think that the role that dispatchers play in your day-to-day environment can be pretty big. I mean, if you have a dispatcher that you like and that likes you, it can, it makes the difference between an $80 day and a $150 day.
One of the biggest challenges as being a dispatcher is to try and keep things fair.
Courier dispatcher relationship is very unusual. It's a love-hate relationship.
With drivers, it's different. That relationship is hate-hate.
One of the scariest things that can happen to a courier is going past parked cars, and you have to go close because the cars are the traffic is pushing you in toward the parked cars, and somebody throws their door open in your face. That's called the door prize. Yeah, accidents are part of the job.
First of all, they're always in a hurry. That's number one. They don't obey the red light, the stop sign.
60 to 70% of drivers have no idea that there's couriers on the road.
We only have 2 eyes on the front. We can see in the front. We cannot see in the back.
You learn that cabbies downtown are more dangerous than cabbies in residential areas.
They expect you to have 4 eyes, 2 in the back, 2 in the front. You have to see them always. This is my side to get out. I opened the door and I came out and I was talking to the other driver. The guy just drove by and he just kicked me right in my back. Just like that, for no reason. They said, what are you gonna do? What do you mean what I'm gonna do? I show you what I'm gonna do. And then we fight, real fight. Really fight. Like kids, like on the floor, both of us, on the ground.
We tend not to like cars. We tend to be rather proud of the fact that we're a non-polluting, environmentally friendly way of moving goods around the city.
Hey there. Good. Yeah,
Leah's been there. In this tribe, curbside combat comes with the territory.
Perfect. Somebody, thanks so much, threw their garbage out of their car, and I picked it up and opened the car and whipped it back in, and he got out and threw 2 coffees at me, and we tussled a bit, and his car got scratched in the tussle, and a photographer was there and was taking photographs. It was cyclist versus motorist. It was man versus woman. I understand the violation that he would have felt, you know, his personal space being invaded by me opening the door and like throwing his food back in. He left, and I thought it was over. And at that point, he came running back. He had driven his car a couple blocks and came running back and attacked me. Big tussle, lots of people, everybody, you know, him trying to fight me and people pulling us apart and the police whole deal. They wanted, if I was to press charges against the guy, he would have pressed charges against me. It's assault for throwing the food back in his car. So that wasn't an option for me. I didn't want an assault on my record. So I said, no, don't worry about it, whatever. What's done is done, and I left.
Ready? Ready, Sunny D. This is DJ
Road warrior Sonia Serba, alias Sunny D, rides and raps by night. She'll be performing at the upcoming Cycle Messenger World Championships.
I stumbled into this profession through a series of menial, low-wage jobs. I worked in retail for a while. I started into some temp work, just absolutely mind-numbing. When the money started really running out, a friend of mine said, you know, have you ever thought of being a courier?
Stuck in the party, baby, we got nerve. All night we're hugging up the table with hors d'oeuvres. Track bikes outside, his and hers. This is a way of living, man. It's more than just work. It's like slipping on the street.
Every pedal turn, I was myself, you know, why did I drop out of college? Why couldn't I have just been a journalist? And why couldn't I just stick to, you know, school? I think, you know, we're damaged people. I use my hate as fuel for my art. Being a messenger, you can be consumed by hate. And you can't let that get to you.
You can beat me, chain me, kidnap me, and rape me, but everything you do to me just makes me more angry. Hide me, hate me, cause you just can't face me. You could cross me out, but you can never erase me. I am that girl. That girl is me. The aftermath prison, I'm just trying to break free. Some shit that gets spit, sometimes it's true. Think about it, cause that girl is you too. I am that girl. That girl is me. The aftermath is like a prison, I'm just trying to break free. Some shit that gets spit, sometimes it's true. Think about it, cause that girl is you.
Good Lord, we might have just found the best song ever.
Sunny D is staking her soul on the World Championships. She'll be curating the art show, rapping, and racing.
I'm gonna compete and I'm gonna see how I am compared, on a world scale,
She's fast. She's, I would say, almost certainly the fastest woman in Toronto, but she's among the fastest couriers, period.
I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna try not to end up in the hospital after the World Messenger Championship.
The big race will feature a competition no one can see. A young woman's heart against her ailing lungs.
So I'm always really afraid when I'm competing that maybe this is gonna be the time that, I have that asthma attack.
Sucking smog and cycling on snow is a prescription for a short, sick life. But to see in the tribe of bike couriers, the worst affliction of all is giving up. Late at night in the downtown core, some of the seasoned tribesmen and women prepare for the championships in a rigorous fashion.
They have races on weekends called alley cats that they just get together and have illegal street races, usually or often at night. These races are set up to be mock courier runs. You actually have to go to checkpoints, and sometimes you even have to pick up and drop off envelopes or packages along the way.
It's really cool to be part of it, isn't mainstream.
It's, I guess, kind of a test of their mettle. Who has the greatest speed?
The winner that night was Charlie Randall, a tribesman who's usually fast as lightning.
I came here to do an internship from college originally, after I finished a 2-year program. That didn't really lead to anything in particular. So I went to a youth employment agency that gave me the idea to be bike courier, because I told them I'd been spending most riding around exploring the city.
He's fast, he's efficient, he's friendly. Customers all love him. I mean, I actually have had requests, oh, could you send Charlie over?
Charlie's a former photography student and will be exhibiting his work at the art show. For him, it's a passion that's almost as compelling as riding.
The difference in protesting styles. They're pictures of everything, people on the streets, skies, just nature photography, shooting the beauty that is surrounding us all the time.
The tribe of couriers shares one phobia, a loathing of being lockers.
One of the best parts about being a messenger is probably the freedom that you have out there on the road to do your own thing.
Everybody loves the freedom, obviously, that's why they do it and get addicted to it.
To be able to take a break in any park around the city and have your lunch there, and then just get back and start work right on your bike, I mean, yeah.
Charlie's addicted to the rhythm of the road. He calls it the flow.
The flow happens when everything works. Everything works. Going top speed usually works, and it just flows. It flows so well. Like, you're not having any bad interactions with cars, because that oftentimes is just a stop in the flow, for sure. Smoking a joint definitely helps get through the day. I think your focus changes, and as weird as that sounds, that the flow thing again just comes right back in, and you're going through everything with nothing, and obviously that could stop in an instant. But the difference in riding, I don't even see a big difference in riding.
Charlie's photography will be on display at the highbrow corner of the tribal gathering, Sunny D's Courier Art Show.
I've been tapped to organize and curate an art show for the World Messenger Championships for messenger-produced art, and so I'm organizing the show.
With less than a week to go before the first bike race of his life, courier Joel Campo heads to Toronto Island to check out the course.
Me and my friend, Paul, we made a wager. If I could finish the race, he'll pay me $100, and if I can't finish and I end up dropping out, I have to pay him $100.
I'm looking forward to the race.
I'm hoping to get an edge on the competition so I can get a sense of the route and see what's going on around the island.
I don't think knowing the geography of the island is actually going to be a benefit to anybody. If people do, don't get me wrong, people do want to know. There will be people who come out before the race and ride the course just to see. There'll be people who are Googling it online or looking up at map searches online to try and get some sort of an advantage to figure it out.
My goal is to finish middle of the pack at least, right? Just like, not just for myself, but to like prove other couriers that I have a decent bike. I want to actually use a bike that I can actually get somewhere and like just prove a point.
In this tribe, dollars ride and losers hide. John Michael can't afford major league wheels.
I was hoping for anything better than this one, really. Anything's better than this.
A slow, sad bike like John Michael's can get a courier hurt badly.
I got hit by a truck downtown. That like the front left side of the truck hit my, like this side here.
Had 3 broken ribs, a broken finger.
I separated my shoulder and broke my collarbone.
My arm didn't even break. It looked horrible.
If I took a catalog of my aches and pains, I'd sound like some kind of granny old lady.
She's a real swell gal.
Laughing off a major injury earns a rider one of the tribe's many badges of honor. So does delivering the package from hell.
Okay, what's the weirdest thing you guys have ever had to carry?
Samples of human fat from Mount Sinai Hospital to the LCBO laboratories. And it was in like a white styrofoam box with dry ice. I'm like, I'm gonna open up my bag. What the hell is in here?
Have anything weird yet?
Nothing weird, just really, really big that like I had to carry from one side of the city to the other.
Okay, what about you?
A shaved dog hair. Dog hair? I just freshly shaved it off the dog. So what the is this doing? It's going to a movie studio. Sometimes you know what's in it. Sometimes you don't.
Sex toys.
Sex toys? No, for real. No, seriously. You're such a liar.
Sex toys.
No, kind of sex toys.
Kilos of cocaine. I have no idea. It's better off not knowing what you know.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Well, I'm paid not to look inside the packages, so I make the big bucks.
No one at the table will be cashing a big check anytime soon. United in poverty, Toronto's tribalists prepare to take on the world.
How dare you run into his door
with my face?
With your face. That's so inconsiderate.
You're a real.
You're a jerk.
You're a real prick.
I think the tribe's a lot more united than this tribe thinks it is. And I think the worlds are gonna have a big thing. It can either really bring everyone together or really separate things.
In the tribe of bike couriers, a warrior's status and his success at the Messenger World Championships rests on the wheels he rides. John Michael desperately needs a professional-grade road bike to replace his fat tire clunker, but he's got less than 24 hours to score it.
So hey man, how are you? A road bike is essentially built for speed. A larger diameter wheelbase gets them around a lot quicker. It's a lot more efficient to pedal to do distance than a mountain bike.
So listen, okay. So I got on the phone and I got a hold of a couple people and then I ran out this morning and I managed to build this up for you.
Serious?
Oh. It's not quite done. Just stand over it for me, man.
Oh my God. This is
Feel comfortable on there?
Yeah.
Okay, look up at me. Feel like you're stretching out too much?
No.
Feel crunched up?
No. It's just right.
Yeah, I think I may have hit that one on the head.
Oh.
All right, hop off. It's not quite done.
Oh, man.
There's a couple more things I need to do. I just wanted to size you on it before I finished it up.
Oh.
So there you go, brother.
That is awesome. Thank you, man.
No problem, man.
Oh, Shannon, I love this bike. It is awesome. Thanks a lot, man.
Oh, buddy, don't worry, man.
Holy.
I did what I could, babe. The fact that you got no cash and stuff.
Yeah.
At some point when you do get some money, we can turn this into a fixed gear.
Nice,
okay?
That works.
Right now, it's just a freewheel.
On the stripped-down bikes the riders call fixies, the pedals are connected directly to the wheels. That means no gears and no brakes. Riding a fixie takes skill and guts.
I think it's a mark of status to ride fixed gear well. I think there's a lot of new people jumping on fixed gears that don't know how to ride them, and they're gonna blow out their knees, they're gonna hurt themselves.
Without the brakes, without the gears, without the shifters, without all those parts, it's like there's so little between you and the road.
If I had my green bike, I would have to owe him the $100 from the bet, but I think I'm going to be able to overcome this one, win the bet with this.
Work on it for a couple days and then bring it right back in, okay? Cool. Just so I can take a peek at it.
All right.
It's going to perform a lot better than what you're used to.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
Tomorrow, John Michael races to win a $100 bet and secure his status in the tribe. But tonight, he's headed to Sunny D's exhibition.
The art show and putting that together was a little bit of a nightmare. But it's up now. We mostly got Toronto artists.
I've got 2 pictures up on the wall from the G8 summit I went to a couple years ago.
I feel kind of bad because I had to offload a little of the responsibility to the main organizers, and they've got enough to do, but I can't handle stupidity and in the business dicking us around. So, not into it.
Ain't no doubt about it, I'm a mean street murderer. Mercury messenger, people call me a courier. I'm a warrior, a battle shit bigger than you. And in 1,000 years, you couldn't do what I do. Go through what I go through, man.
I think because Sunny, you know, she's, like I said, she's very outspoken and very in your face. Doesn't back down, doesn't shut the hell up.
Yesterday's tomorrow.
Yesterday's Saturday. Hey, did you lose your voice? Jackpot! Jackpot! Hey, Sonny, read this.
Sunny D's pre-race art show attracts an embarrassingly low turnout.
You know, I think that sometimes I feel like I'm not part of the tribe in Toronto. Sometimes I feel a little left out in Toronto. Sometimes Toronto messengers, whether it be jealousy or intimidation or any number of negative feelings, they treat me in a negative way in Toronto.
The downcast outcast has until morning to pull herself together for the physical challenge of the year. A marathon race against exhaustion, asthma, and rejection. On Toronto's carefree, car-free Harbour Island, Leah Hollandsworth's hard work to organize the Cycle Messenger World Championships is evident.
The manifest system is designed to mimic a day's work for messengers. There are pickups and drop-offs. Just like at work, you need to arrange your pickups and drop-offs. You need to plan out a route.
The elaborate scramble attracts entrants from as far away as Auckland and Zimbabwe.
I am so excited. Everybody's here now. The day has finally come. Just to bring everybody together. Like, it's such a global community.
Maybe 20 from Tokyo. 20 from Tokyo? Next year, we held the CMWC in Tokyo.
Okay,
so
I'll see you at the finish line about an hour after you get there. Okay.
So it really will take a lot of planning, a lot of ability to adjust your...
103 messengers. Has Martin come by and are you ready?
Yes, and we're ready.
10-4.
The race is organized to simulate the tribe's everyday life on the road.
You can go through the grass? Yeah, you can go on the grass.
Go to the table, they give us the manifest, they punch the card.
You take your back once you've completed it to the dispatch station. They look it over and make sure you've completed it properly. If you have, they issue your next manifest.
Yeah, remember the rules. Don't be an...
Now it's course clear, and then we're actually going to start.
The race runs all day long. Hundreds of couriers start at staggered. While some couriers have already completed the course, Sunny, John Michael, and Charlie have yet to begin.
Well, if the Japanese guys are doing an hour and 5, and a couple of guys I know are doing an hour 15, I want to do an hour.
Even before Sunny D starts pedaling, the time to beat seems unbeatable.
Yeah, the course is difficult, but it's still fun. Bizarre, out of the ordinary checkpoints. There's a checkpoint that involves some beach, whether it's running on the sand or taking your bike or something.
Finally, Sunny D is on deck.
Essentially, don't be an asshole. Don't strike any pedestrians with your bike. Don't strike any pedestrians with your hand. I apparently have to tell you this. And in damaged packages or a shitty manifest, you will have to do it again. Okay? You ready? Yep, go.
Sizing up my thighs, wanna take him for a ride. But every time you out, it's more lies. Avoid the door prize, keep my wits about me. Hotter than rubber melting, press the pressure, ain't helping, man, I'm iller than SARS. I'm running over cars.
John Michael is up next.
I have $100 riding on this race, so cross my fingers, I at least finish it.
You can agree or disagree, these are the facts. The only way to take me down, streetcar tracks. Soaked to the bone and covered in muck. Look, I know you can't see me from behind that truck, so come on.
If no one is mad at you, you're probably doing it right. Lock up at every checkpoint, etc. Go. Okay. You're racing.
I hurt my night riding away from the party.
390.
Be a large bruise there soon, and just a little elbow.
Charlie doesn't expect a podium finish with his gimpy arm. He just wants to be able to brag that he finished what he started.
You do it. Yep. I have to pay it. I want to see name and number on every one of these as you're doing it. Keep them together, keep them in good shape.
Sunny is in the flow.
Go on, girl.
Sexy, sweaty baby. That's me. That's me. Honestly, my breathing's just, it's a little tight. The last few days, you know, with a lot of the smog, my breathing will, I think it'll hold off. I have my inhaler in my bag just in case, so.
Chandel is homeward bound.
Was it? Where you going?
4:10 to 5:44, so 1.5. Yeah.
Good save, bud.
Tired. Very tired, but it was a good race, complicated. But once you figure it out and remember where the places are, figure out the different addresses, it's not bad. The mobility has returned completely after an hour and a half of hard racing. But yeah, it's fun riding without cars, for sure. For sure.
Charlie's time is respectable, but unremarkable. Nearly half an hour slower than the current leader.
Dude, what time is it? Just curious. Sarah, time, Sarah, time. 6:06, holy crap. Going on an hour and a half, I don't like this time. Getting paid double. Time and a half. Too bad I'm on commission.
It's late Saturday afternoon on Toronto Island, and the race is winding down.
The event was great. It was a great success. It was definitely a realistic portrayal of a day in the life of a messenger.
$100 may be tip money on Bay Street, but to John Michael Campo, it means 2 weeks of hot meals. He's going to win his bet.
It was exhausting. I feel happy that I actually completed the race. I'm proud of myself as well for finishing the race. And I'm $100 richer. I'm not a rookie anymore. I participated in the championship. Not a lot of couriers can claim that.
John Michael's time is 1 hour and 42 minutes, only 8 minutes slower than Randall. And Sunny D is still out there, somewhere.
I'm done!
I can do this any way I want, right?
I think my breathing's all right. It burns just a little, but I didn't barf, so maybe I didn't push myself as hard as I could have.
She has battled the course, the elements, asthma, to salvage the pride of the tribe.
30-something works for me. I placed 23rd overall out of 37 women, so at least I beat someone. Someone out there.
For Sunny D, the most frightening challenge is yet to come, a public performance of her most private poetry.
And we got messengers from all over the globe. So make sure you mix and mingle. Meet a couple of your courier cousins from across the planet. And we're gonna get the shows.
I definitely think that this whole process united the tribe. Also the global community especially. I feel that it really unites the tribe.
When I say Osiris, you'll say Isis. Osiris. When I say Sunny D, you'll say Saute. Sunny D.
Sometimes I doubt myself because there are a lot of people who, you know, blah, 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 Sunny this, Sunny that, and whatever. But when the worlds come to my city, everybody from in the world, they like me. They give me a chance.
When I say messenger, you'll say champion. Messenger. Yeah.
If I'm in the tribe, I'm in the tribe to stay. This is my career. You know, it's my job, but I've chosen to make it my career. And there's no other job or career I could see myself in except for music. And even then, I mean, I've got my struggles with that, but this is somewhere where I feel comfortable.
Tie your shoelace. This fate I face. I used to be Kristen French. I was that young once, that drunk on a park bench. Hence, I can get a little tense. Know a lot of people, but I don't have a lot of friends. I didn't have the strength or no self-defense, and I'll be if I let it happen again. I'm every bloody headline splash.
I feel like I am officially in the tribe now. I really do. I did get my $100, so I had it, and I spent it on bike repairs. So got a flat tire today, and then I ended up getting a bell and some other stuff. So I have about maybe $25 left. So it was all in good fun. $100 richer than I was.
I haven't figured out if I'm here to stay yet. Going with it as it comes. I know I've come to the conclusion though that I could do this for a long time, and I would have no problem doing that.
In my heart, I'll be in the tribe forever. There are other things I want to do with my life. Will I deliver packages to earn a living for the rest of my life? Definitely not. But yeah, the community will always be in my heart, and hopefully I'll always be in theirs.
I am that girl. That girl is me. The aftermath is like a prison. I'm just trying to break free. Some shit that gets spit sometimes is true. Think about it.
I'm done where I fit in, you know, and my tribe may not be Toronto. It may be the whole world. But it's, you know what? It's my tribe. You know, I pay my own bills. So get off my tits, and you can kiss my ass if you don't like how I live.
I am that girl. That girl is me. The aftermath is like a prison. I'm just trying to break free. Some shit that gets spit sometimes is true. Think about it, because that girl is you too. Decisions, and if it isn't, I'm finished before I get to bear children. Brethren and sister, bucking the system, gifted with unlimited wisdom. If only you'd listen.